what would you do to achieve more equity in housing and healthcare for Inuit?
In terms of housing, I have been very proud of the fact that we created an entity as NTI of our own housing entity, and housing and health has always been side by side. And the way children grow up also having a good place to stay, having better housing is something that I really take seriously to make sure that we're setting up ourselves as Inuit organizations. And Inuit organizations have started building houses within the territory. Each regional Inuit organization has started that, but we need to start bolstering that more and speeding things up. I was very proud of the fact that we created that housing entity, and we as Inuit need to get a grab on how we're building these infrastructure to our standards and our way of living, and make sure that we're steadily increasing the number of houses for our future generations.
There is growing interest in the North, both militarily and economically. What will you do to protect the interests of Inuit in times of growth and expansion?
There has been a lot of infrastructure-related topics based towards the Arctic. And the last year I was president of NTI, I really worked closely with the Liberal government as well as the government of Nunavut, making sure that both governments are accountable, and making sure we're letting them know that we as Inuit are going to be leading the way in our own lands and territory, and making sure that the infrastructure needs that we have across the territory is led by Inuit, to make sure that businesses thrive within Nunavut. Inuit businesses thrive in Nunavut. And the thing that I'm really proud of is the implementation contract that I was very fortunate to be able to secure last year, right at the beginning of my leadership. And that bolstered education funding, that created much more funding for the hunters and trappers organizations and the non-governmental organizations across the territory, and making sure that we're securing funds to be able to handle what the Nunavut Land Claims Agreement is supposed to be.
What would you hope to accomplish during your time as president?
There's a lot of things I was able to accomplish the last year, and I'm very proud of that. And I want to continue on making sure that we're advocating for the hunters and trappers organizations, and making sure housing needs are being met. And we're just around the corner of devolution, and the government of Nunavut will be taking that rights to our lands and be able to make decisions. Like I said in my last campaign, and I think it really worked well, is when we work together as different entities across the territory, it makes a lot of difference to be able to work together, as well as being critical of and making sure that we're taking lead on our own land.